Just the Luka the dice. Hey there, Wargamers! Welcome to another episode of Just the Luka the Dice. Luka here from MiniWarGaming. We're playing some 40k, and I today have the honor of playing against Hector, all the way from Sao Paulo, technically California. Currently going to school in California, originally from Sao Paulo. In fact, Marco, if you're watching this, you should recognize this guy. They're both from the same gaming club down there. Today we're doing something special. This was actually Hector's idea. He not recommended, but requested we play something narrative, and I'm always down to play something narrative. I had just finished playing a game with Matthew, and we did an episode and it showed just the narrative, or sorry, nothing but the narrative, where we played a Genestealer Cult versus Astra Militarum mechanic or admech game. That doesn't really matter. You'll probably see that game before this one, so I'll try to avoid any spoilers. What we did here is we pulled a scenario out of the Vigilus Defiant book, which is the first Vigilus book, but we're not actually playing on Vigilus. We're just using it as a template for the game that we wanted to play. We both picked the scenario together, and when we take a look at the table, I'm going to explain the narrative and the scenario of our game. But first, we're going to take a look at the armies. And I want to let you know, if you want to come by, like Hector has, all the way from California, and play some more games here with me at MiniWarGaming in this new bunker, check out all these new studios, meet all the people, go to miniwargaming.com/challenge. You'll talk to Aaron first, and then Aaron will forward you over to Josh, and then you'll work all those details out there. Let's take a look at my Zahndrek force of Necrons first. I have 2 detachments, 1 battalion, and 1 vanguard force.
The battalion is going to be led by none other than Nemesor Zahndrekh. So he is going to be my warlord. And with that, he has to take the Hyperlogical Strategist Warlord trait, which is whenever I spend a command point on a 5 or more, you get a command point back, and you get once per game reroll on a hit, wound, damage roll, saving throw, something like that. And beside him, his right-hand man, Vargard Oberon, always there to protect him. They are going to be representing the leading forces of my Necrons as they deal with this Genestealer Cults infestation on this tomb world we are attempting to liberate.
And ain't that always just the story for Necrons? They're either awakening Tomb World or a Necron, I guess, armada, just traveling from Tomb World to Tomb World, waking them up and acquiring more warriors for their armies. Now the battalion, troop choices for this battalion are going to be this one squad of 10 Necron Immortals with their Gauss Blasters. We have 10 Necron Immortals with Tesla Carbines, and 10 Necron Immortals with Tesla, and 10 Necron Warriors with Ghost Flares. Well, they don't really have an option. I'm just saying that because why not? And they're going to be riding in a Ghost Arc for today's game. That almost never happens, mostly because Ghost Arcs aren't open-topped anymore, and this is something I've been complaining about since the beginning of 8th edition, I guess. When I first looked at the Necron Index, I'm like, oh, sure, it's weird they don't have open-topped anywhere. Is that like a keyword they're supposed to have? It's probably a typo. Book came out, nope, never got open-topped. Looks pretty open-topped to me, though. Just saying, look at that. Oh, I can even count them. There's 1 Necron Warrior, 2 Necron Warriors, 3 Necron Warriors, 4, 5 times 2. Look at that, 10 Necron Warriors in there. So sure is weird they can't shoot out of it, though. And then also in that battalion we have a Necron Night Scythe, just because I felt like bringing a Night Scythe. Why I brought some of these units will make more sense because of the narrative mission we're doing. A lot of these are going to be acting as reinforcements to help out the main body of my force that took a position, blah, blah, blah. You'll understand more when I show you that. We have destroyers in the battalion as well. And now we have a Vanguard detachment, which is going to be led by this Cryptek, who's going to have a Chronometron. He's actually going to have the Zahndrek relic, not the Zahndrek relic, he's going to have a relic, the Lightning Field. Now that gives him a 4 up and vulnerable save, as well as at the start of the fight phase, I believe it's at the start, I roll a die for every enemy unit within 1 inch. On a 4 or more, that unit takes a mortal wound. It's kind of arc sliding off of him. We have 5 Lich Guard with Sword and Board. We have 10 Lich Guard with War Scythes. We have 5 Death Marks just because of points. I felt like I needed something less than 100 points and I wanted something useful, so I brought them. And lastly, we have this Triarch Praetorian, who's not going to benefit at all from this list, but the rest of my list will benefit from him. Sorry, Triarch Stalker, not the Praetorian. That's the Triarch on foot, or Triarch models on foot. Anyways, the Triarch Stalker here is going to be equipped with the heavy Gauss cannons, or just the big old dumb Gauss guns. I think they're heavy Gauss cannons. Now, if anyone isn't familiar with what the Zahndrek dynasty is, they can move and ignore firing heavy weapons, so without the penalty. Funny enough, though, the only heavy weapon I have is on the Triarch Stalker, and because he's part of the Triarch, they don't work in tandem with the dynasties all that much, but they're there to support them as an agent of the Triarch. So He will actually not ignore moving and firing heavy weapons. He will indeed suffer the -1 to hit penalty. Whatever, it's fine. I don't have any other heavy weapons anyways. Actually, these guys are technically heavy weapons, but they already ignore moving and firing heavy weapons themselves. In addition to that, any Zahndrek unit that chooses to advance automatically changes its weapon profile from whatever it is to assault. So heavy weapons become assault weapons, and then they just suffer the -1 to hit with that afterwards. It just kind of gives them a little bit of speed. And of course they have their own stratagem and warlord trait and relic and all that good stuff too. Now let's go take a look at the Genestealer Cult forces. Here we have the Genestealer Cult forces from Hector here. Why don't you let the people know what you got?
So I've got 2 battalion detachments. One of them is the Pauper Princess Code Creed, and the other one is the Bladed Cog.
Cool.
And I also have a Vanguard detachment, which is also the Pauper Princess. And so let's start with the Bladed Cog detachment. We have 2 units of Neophytes, just 2 mining lasers on each. We have just a 10-man squad of Brood Brothers,
Yep.
a Magus, and a Jackal Alphas. And the Magus, I should mention now, I spend 1 command point for Brood Coven, which gives my Primus and my Magus a Warlord trait. He's taking the Warlord trait of the Bladed Cog, which basically gives units +1 to hit against a specific unit that I choose.
Like you choose one of like a Force Org type or just one of my units?
No, 1 unit.
Okay, cool.
And then the Vanguard detachment, I chose to do the Anointed Throng, which requires an Abominant and Aberrants. So I have 2 squads of Aberrants. One has all picks, another one has a few hammers, and this one has a stop sign. And we have the Abominant, and the other HQ is the Primus. He's taking the Warlord trait that increases his aura abilities by 3 inches.
Okay.
And then the last elite choice is a Climavus, which gives +1 to charge to people around him.
Alrighty.
And then the last battalion detachment is again the Pauper Princess. I have an Acolyte Icon Ward. He'll have the Relic banner, and then the Patriarch, which has another relic. He has 1 relic, basically increases his saves by 1, and also it's -1 to hit him.
Just in all regards?
Yeah.
Okay.
And his Warlord trait is the Pauper Princess one, which basically means the Unquestionable Loyalty is going to be on a 2+ instead of 4+. And then I have just a mass of Acolytes, 3 squads of 10 to go with the Patriarch, and 2 elites, the Calamorph and the Nexus. This is basically like an assassin with pistols, and this guy recovers like command points.
Okay.
And then through the detachments, it doesn't really matter where, I have 2 squads of mortars and 2 Leman Russes, just battle cannon and heavy bolter.
Oh, no sponsons.
No.
And then just, the heavy bolters.
Yeah.
Alright, and that is going to be the Genestealer Cult forces. What were equipped on these guys? Just stock?
No, just stock.
Bare bones.
And the leader has like Bone Sword and Lash Whip.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then for command point purposes, you have 2 battalions, so that's 10, plus Battle Forge for 13, and then 1 Vanguard for 14. But you've spent 1 command point on the Vigilance detachment over there, so that's down to 13, and then you spent a command point on the extra Relic, and a command point on the 2 extra Warlord traits for the Genestealer Cult. They do that.
Yeah, and another one, I forgot to give him the Warlord trait of the detachment.
The Vigilance Warlord.
Yeah.
So you're making him like a sub-Warlord. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a second-in-command Warlord trait. So that's going to be 1 for the Vigilance detachment, 1 to make him a Warlord of the Vigilance detachment, and then 1 to make them both take Warlord traits, and then 1 to give an extra Relic. So you spent 4 command points, you're down to 10 of your 14. And we figured it was called Field Commander, not Second in Command. It just lets him be a Warlord, and he has to take the Vigilance Detachment Warlord trait. So, like I said, down to 10 command points from the impressive 14, and I'm only at 9. Here is the battlefield for today's game between Hector and myself. Now, we are doing a scenario called Hold Your Games. This is out of Vigilance Defiance, so the first Vigilance book, but we're tailoring it to fit our needs. So, what the narrative here is, the Necron forces of the Zahndrek dynasty have come to this world to, or maybe this system, to liberate the system and eradicate the forces of what seemed to be the Imperium at first. So obviously the main forces that held this planet were the Brood Brothers of the Genestealer Cults, as the Genestealer Cults already pretty much ran rampant over the entire planet. Now this is one of the planets in the system that the Necrons are trying to take for themselves because there is a tomb world in the system and they don't want any Imperium filth here or just anything that's not Necron, right? Necrons want to keep it clean. So a fight ensues. There is obviously space combat going on, and then Nemesor Zahndrekh likes to get his hands dirty, so he went down with a large force to fight on the surface, and he pushed to this location because they found out that it was critical. They quickly found out that it was actually a Genestealer cult. They've come across them before, and they needed to get to the center location where all the leadership was. But it was like a double negative plan from the not double negative. It was a plan from the Genestealer cults to lure him there. But this was also a double play from Nemesor Zahndrekh, because this is how it works. I come, I fight what I thought were, well, what I made them think were the Genestealer cult leaders, cut off the head of the snake, right, win the fight real quick. I come in, it was a hard fought win. I show up here, and I'm holding this position. So what I do is I deploy wholly within 9 of like the center of the battlefield, whereas it was a trap from the Genestealer cults the whole time. They're deploying on my flanking edges, here and here. But Nemesor Zahndrekh is a master strategist, and he knew this was coming. So I'm going to have the rest of my forces arrive as reinforcements from these table edges to counter the onslaught of the Genestealer cult showing up. And now most of your forces are true Genestealer cult, like first, second generation, kind of the guys who hide more, right? So at this point, they're under attack, and they know that they have to show up in full force to stop the Necrons and stop this whole Necron invasion, and kind of escalates their plans. They're ready enough to do it now. And that's the scenario. At the end of the game, this game lasts from 5 to 7 turns. Whoever has the most amount of, we're going to say points, or power works too, doesn't really matter. Whoever has the most amount of points wholly within 12 of the center of the battlefield at the end of the game ends up winning the game. The only twist, well, one of the minor twists, which is actually the scenario twist, there's another twist afterwards, which I'll explain. I'm only allowed to deploy a third of my army in the middle, but I had built my army loosely in a way for that to make sense. So it's going to represent Nemesor Zahndrekh in the middle with the very few remaining forces because of a hard-fought win in the middle of the field, kind of celebrating, and the rest of my forces will be arriving as reinforcements. They show up on a 3-up. And that's pretty much it for that twist, whereas Hector gets to deploy his entire forces here, over there, or of course using Cult Ambush. And I want to note we are using full open play rules, which means we're not using match play stuff. So that means no tactical reserves, no tactical restraint. We can get as many command points back as we want per turn. We can use as many stratagems as many of the same stratagems per phase per turn. Reinforcements can show up turn 1. Other than the scenario ones and all that stuff. So if you're not into the open play stuff, I guess I apologize, but they do work really well when you're playing the open play scenarios, because neither of us have a really game-breaking army. We're not trying to break the system. We're just using the core rules of the game without the match play rules to represent this narrative game. Now, the major twist of the scenario is that this planet has some of the nastiest blizzards you can imagine. So we're using the Battlezone Tundric Blizzard special twist to this game. Now, what that means is at the start of every battle round, whoever's going first rolls a d6 and consults the chart. The higher you roll, the less effective it is, as the blizzards kind of, I don't know, it ebb and flows in and out of the battlefield. So like on a 6, nothing really happens. On a 5, something little happens. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 is really bad. 1 is like all your vehicles start taking damage if they don't fly. You can't see more than 12 inches away as the blizzard's so dense. And of course, there is also a constant sub-zero temperature. So you have to, at the start of your movement phase, you have to roll a d6 for each vehicle you have. On a 4 or more, on a 1, you have the unit's movement characteristic until the end of the phase. But units that can fly aren't affected by that, as they're trying to go through all the snow and the crap on the ground. And the last thing is, throughout this battle, it has shaken up the wildlife, and this planet is also known for its apex predators, who hunt the wild tundras and through the blizzards of this awful, awful planet. Now, the way this works is each player, at the start of their turn, they can pick an enemy infantry unit that is not within 6 inches of any other unit on the table, and they get attacked by an apex predator as it kind of runs onto the battlefield quickly and attacks them and runs off the battlefield again. They're just trying to find a place to hide and run, and they're just running right through the city as it's currently being demolished through combat. And again, you roll a d6, consult the chart. There's 6 different results, and they vary based on how you roll. It can do a lot of damage, might not do anything at all. They might not be able to shoot, stuff like that. Without further ado, I think we are ready to do this. I deploy first, And then Hector deploys everything, and then no matter what, the attacker always goes first in this scenario. So we'll take 1 second to deploy everything, and then we'll show you what it looks like. Deployment complete. So I had to deploy first. So we have Nemesor Zahndrekh and Cryptek in the middle. Tesla Immortals, Gauss Immortals, and we have Lichgar protecting the Cryptek and Nemesor Zahndrekh. Whatever, that guy's not that far. That's a third of my forces. I think it's a third of my forces technically power-wise. I think I'm over a little bit on the points, but ultimately it doesn't matter too much because I'm technically within the power confines. And over here, we have some of the Brood Brothers. Now, these are some of the remaining forces of the actual, like,
Planetary defense.
yeah, the PDF,
yeah.
right? The planetary defense forces that are like 4th generation Genestealer Cult.
Corrupted by the GC.
And then they're here working with the actual real nasty cult that are appearing and showing up over here. Now these are just, are they neophytes?
Yeah, neophytes.
Those are neophytes.
The Jackal Alphas and the Megas. These are the Bladed Cog battalion, basically.
So what does the Bladed Cog do?
The
I can't
Bladed
remember.
Cog, you can move and fire heavy weapons normally without any penalty. And everyone gets a 6-up invulnerable save.
Okay.
If they already have an invuln, you gain +1.
That's pretty good for characters.
Yeah. And the only other thing from the Bladed Cog is the... What's the name?
Strategy.
The Calamorph.
Oh yeah.
And he's also part of the Bladed Cog. He's in reserve.
Right. And then for myself, I actually did put my Death Marks in reserve as well. They're hunters from hyperspace. They wait in a little oubliette. Whatever an oubliette is, so if you want to let me know what an oubliette is, please, by all means, leave a comment down below. I guess I could Google it, but I'm busy right now, I suppose. They could show up when something else shows up, and they could shoot at it if they want to. They don't have to. There's certain restrictions on where they can land. And the rest of my forces will be acting as reinforcements. I have to roll on them starting on the second battle round, and that's only at the end of my movement phase as well. And the rest of Hector's forces are going to be, boom, waiting in Cult Ambush. Now, these guys could all technically show up turn 1 if you want to, and try and shoot for some charges. Now, of course, the Genestealer Cult have a lot of nasty... Yeah, how many command points is it to make them move an extra d6 when they show up? 3 command? Wow. Whew. But that could be huge. Now we're ready to start this game. Now, the attacker goes first no matter what. There's no CZ initiative. So let's see if the Necrons can survive the Genestealer Cult ambushing. So, a couple of things to do before we start your turn. You, because you're going first, have to roll for the Snow Blizzard. How bad is it going to be? The lower you roll, the worse the blizzard is. Does it hit us hard and fast right away? A 3. Here is the chart. That's low visibility. For this battle round, subtract 1 from hit rolls for shooting attacks that target an enemy unit that is more than 12 away from the firing model. That's not great for me. And we have to see if these sub-zero temperatures affect your Lehman Russes. So on a 4 or more, bad things happen to them. We'll start with this one here. So he's fine. The tracks are fine, and that one is suffering a little bit. So all that means is it's movement, I think it's movement 10, right?
Yeah.
So it's now movement 5.
Okay.
And then if you want to shoot it, does it have grinding advance? Or is that only, it does, right? So if you want to shoot it twice, that means you have to go less than 2.5 inches.
Okay, I won't move him.
That's fair, yeah, he doesn't have to move. And then you get to see if any Apex Predators are running by. Now these things are running by en masse, but they're only willing to attack things that are isolated. Otherwise they're too afraid to mess with them. Now none of my stuff is isolated. You have to pick an infantry unit that has no allies within 6 inches of itself. So I'm safe from Apex Predators.
Sure.
Yeah, you as well. And now we have to pick a target with the Magus.
Megas. So yeah, I'll pick those guys here.
These Necron Immortals,
Yeah.
so they're the target. Is it your whole army or just that Bladed Cog?
Just the Bladed Cog.
And I think we said it is +1 to hit.
Yeah, but it's actually reroll wound rolls against them.
So is it failed wound rolls? I guess it doesn't really matter. Reroll wound rolls against them. There's no modifiers for wound rolls yet, or in this game. So that whole Bladed Cog plus the Calamorph gets to reroll wound rolls against them for the entire game, right? Is that shooting or everything?
Everything.
Okay. So this whole collective over here is just going to move in one go. I assume they're not going to advance.
Yeah, they can move and fire
Oh,
heavy
okay.
weapons, so yeah.
Yeah. Can they advance and fire heavy weapons though?
No.
Alright, so this is going to move. We'll show you what it looks like afterwards.
Okay.
Boom, there it is. Then these guardsmen moved up as well, staying within 6 of them, just so any apex predators that think they might get something out of them are
The
gonna...
mortars.
Yeah, they're gonna be afraid of the mortar team right there nearby. And of course all this just stayed still because they're more of a gun line. The mortars shoot over the crates.
And the Nexus. Just
Does he do anything but get you command points back?
no.
So he does nothing, eh?
No, yeah, he's just coordinating everything.
Cool. Wow, this guy's going to be really big for this game. So if he's alive, plus the Clamavis, or if the Clamavis is on the field, then I spend any amount of command points. You roll d6 for each command point I spend, and on a 5 or more, you get him back. Now if I kill the Clamavis, that's only a 6 up. And it's the same for the Primus over there and your command points. It's
No,
not 5
that's
up.
the Magus. The
So the
Primus
Magus.
is still not, the Primus is still not on the table, yeah.
So if the Primus is on the table, then every time you spend command points, you get them back on a 5 up. So that's a huge way to farm command points. That's going to be really good in this open war game. Now again, like I said, we're using the open war rules, so you can get more than one back a turn. Boom! Here comes some aberrants. Aberrants?
Yeah, the Aberrant, the Abominant, the Primus, and the Climavis.
Yep.
And so now I will use the free command point stratagem to advance them
D6 inches.
just 6 inches, yeah.
And they get +1 of their charge for being near the Abominant, right?
And +1 because of this dude.
Yeah, so they're pretty much getting it because of that. So they essentially charge 3d6 right now +2 to get in a 9-inch charge. So 3 command points. Why don't you go ahead and move them up 6d6 inches, and they're gonna go a further 2. So they go forward 2, and now you get to roll 3 dice because of your Nexos, and you get those back on a 5 or more. And that's because the characters are all in the field now. And you get back. Nice! It only costs 1 command point. Oh boy, the power of open war. That's scary stuff. So they're gonna end up there. Now, do you want to spend the because you got 2 of them back? Do you want to spend the command points elsewhere too? To move up the Abominant d6 inches? Because if the open war, you can use the same stratagem as much as you want per phase. It's a 9-inch charge for him.
Yeah, no, +2 also.
Well, +2, yeah. So he's got.
I think he'll keep it.
You just keep it 7.
There, yeah.
All right. Psychic phase. Smite.
Yes, the Magus will smite these dudes.
Yeah, hitting them for sure. I have no way to stop it, so you're looking for a 5. D3 more wounds. That's gonna kill off 1 immortal. Guess I'll kill off that guy. Shooting phase.
We'll start with the Neophytes, shooting at the Immortals.
Now, does the Jackal have to pick a unit and you get +1 to hit him?
Oh yes, I'll pick them.
Okay, so yeah, the Jackal's gonna pick them. So you're rerolling wound rolls against them right now because of your Warlord trait.
Yes.
And the Jackal picks a unit within range, or maybe doesn't need the range.
It's 36 inches of the Jackal, and people
Around
6
him.
inches, yeah.
Get to reroll hit, or +1 to hit them. So it's -1 to hit them currently because of the
Yes.
blizzard. So -1 +1, they're hitting on their normal ballistic skill.
4.
And we're just gonna fire both squads into them.
Yep.
Boop. Does the Jackal have a shot?
Yep. A sniper, but I think she's gonna shoot someone else.
All right, we'll do that Jackal after then.
Okay.
Starting with the 4 mining lasers on 4s because of +1 -1. Nice. They all hit. Strength 9.
Yeah.
2 to wound then. What's the armor penetration?
-3.
So that's going to put me to my Chronometron save because I'm near the Cryptek, which saves 1, so 3 get killed.
Okay.
Let's go 1, 2, 3 off.
Yeah.
Now 16 autogun shots. +1 to hit, -1 to hit, but rerolling all wound rolls. 4s to hit. 5s to wound.
Rerolling.
Rerolling though, yes, because of the warlord. So we have 1 wounding hit. Nice. The reroll gives you 3.
3 more.
They do have a 3 up armor, which saves 1. Or saves 3, I lose 1. And that'll kill you off. 3 mortar teams into them for 3d6 shots. 3d6 shots per mortar. That's going to be 9. Hitting on 5s because of the blizzard, though. Well, only getting 2 hits. The blizzard helped a bunch. 4s to wound. And we got 1 wounding hit with a 3 up save. We're good. And then I assume the other mortar team. Same target. Boop. 3d6 more shots through the blizzard. This time it's going to be a 12. 5s to hit. Not bad, getting 4. Wounding on 4s. 2. Well, can't complain about the average. And we're good. Oh, we still have to deal with the Lehman Russes, though.
Yeah.
Lehman Russ Heavy Bolter into the Immortals. 5 to hit because of the... Yeah, because of the range and the blizzard. 3 to wound with a -1. Oh! And then the Battle Can's got 2d6 shots because of grinding advance. Oh, wow.
9.
Hitting on 5s. 2s to wound.
Oh my god. I'll reroll one.
Sure, rerolling 1. So it wounds and on a
Reroll
5
another
more.
one.
Yeah, you might as well reroll the other one.
Oh my god.
Wow, a 1 into a 1A. Okay, so on a 5, you might as well roll both of those again for 5 up to get the command points back. Cost
Okay.
1. AP -2 on the 1, that did go through. We die, we lose a guy. We're gonna take this one.
These guys are tough.
Yeah, 1 more Lehman Russ to
Heavy
go for.
bolter. The only one.
1 hit, wound on 3. We have a wound, 4 up armor. Ooh,
Yes.
we fail it. All right.
Are you gonna?
Yeah, I'm gonna reroll it. Okay.
Okay.
And then on a 5 or more, I get it back. I don't. Boo. And then on a 5 or more, you get it back because that's what the Nexos does.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I can appreciate why they changed that in match.
Yeah.
So my guy still lives, and then we have the 2d6 shots from the battle cannon. Oh, yo! You're gonna reroll.
Yeah.
So the first one.
Oh,
you just gonna do both, yeah.
Okay.
So we have 7, and then might as well roll this again for the command points back. Cost you 1. Whew. I use this game as a good example as to why that's a match play rule. That's terrifying. These are 5s to hit. Oh, still 3 hits. That's enough. No, there's still 4 there, so they're gonna live no matter what. Oh, there's morale, but what's that? 3 wounding hits?
Yep.
So I have 5 up saves against that. 2 die.
Saved 1. Yep.
So 2 of them go down. You and you.
I don't know where I'm gonna use the command.
Now the Primus is going to fire his needle pistol into these Necron Immortals with Gauss blasters.
Yep.
3 to hit because of well no, he's actually in range. It hits and wounds on a 2 because it's poison. 6s are I think it just wounds. What's the AP?
AP, nothing.
I don't imagine a needle pistol would have much AP. We roll a 4. We're good.
Okay.
Charging time. The
Aberrants.
the Aberrants are going first.
Yeah.
So they technically need a 5-inch charge to make it in. What are their targets going to be?
Both.
Both of them there?
Yep.
So I'll do the Overwatch from the blasters then. 16 Overwatch shots because of rapid firing. Oh, we got 1 hit. Ooh, I was hoping to get more than that. And we wound at -2, so it's just the ignore damage roll. 5 up to ignore. You do. Looking for a 5 to get in. Obviously rerollable. Well, okay, so you need a 3 or more. So you do. So on a 5 or more, you get that command point back because of the Nexos. You do. So it costs you nothing, and they make it into combat. That's where they end up. Now the Abominant's going to attempt to charge into
He's
the
7.
He'll be a 7. This guy just to make way, just so he can go in a straight line. I have no Overwatch now. 7. What'd you get? A 9. Oh, I didn't even need the bonuses. Boop, in he goes. And then is that it for charges?
Yep.
All right. Aberrants are going to start this fight off by piling in.
Hello.
Hello. They're all easily getting into combat. Now, how do you want to split these attacks up? Now, these guys have a 4 up invulnerable save. They just have 3 up armor. Well, they're 3 up armor as well, but the AP goes through all that. It looks like you have... Well, these 2 have to attack this way. That's it. Yeah. The rest are all... And then, like, these 4 have to attack this way. Actually, that's not true. Only these 2 have to attack this way because he's within an inch of both of them. So how would you like to split these attacks?
I think I'll put this 4 into... Or... Yeah, this 4 into them. Okay. And the rest into the guards.
All right, so we'll do... So that's a stop sign into them as well. So we'll do these 4 into them first, and then the 6 into the Lich Guard. So,
hit rolls.
Oh, they get to re-roll hit rolls when they charge because that's their cult thing. And now they are within 9 of the Primus, so they're +1 to hit. We're going to start with the stop sign into my Immortals. 6 attacks on 2s, re-rolling. So we got 1 miss. There we go, and these are strength times 2?
Yeah.
So strength 10? 2's 2. Wow. 4 up armor. I'd lose 1 guy so far. That'll be you. And then we have what looks to be 3 hammers. Oh, 3 picks. Where's the other hammer guy?
The hammer's here.
The other. Okay, that's the other
sergeant.
That's the other sergeant guy. Yeah. So we'll do the 3 picks, which is pretty much 2 rending claw attacks and 2 pick attacks. 6 pick attacks. Being on 2s, re-rolling. They all hit, and these are strength user. Yeah. So 3's to wound. 1s and 2s are bad. So naturally we'll get some of those.
This were.
So these are the wound rolls, and then because you rolled 3 6s to attack with those picks, so it's actually an extra attack per, so it's 2 hits instead of 1, so 3 more wound rolls on 3s. Oh, sure. Okay, triple 1. These are Rend 2? AP 2, so 5 ups. Oh wow!
Oh wow.
Okay, well because they technically get to attack with the Rending Claws as well, which is another 6 attacks.
Yeah.
Oop, which are hitting on 2s, re-rolling. 6s are good because they're 2 hits instead of 1. We have all hit, so it's just 1 more automatic hit.
Yeah.
3's to wound.
6s are special.
6s are real good rend.
Yeah.
Rend 4, or AP 4, and these are 4 ups, so it kills 3 guys. So that's not too bad so far. 1, 2, 3 die from there, and then we have. There's only 4 of them attacking though.
Yeah.
And then we have a the hypermorph over here, and then
this is the hypermorph.
Hypermorph there.
The hammer.
And then we have 5 more guys with picks.
Yeah. Rerolling.
So hitting on 3s with the hammer on the hypermorph, re-rolling. And then the 6, that still misses. So that's just 3 hits because of the 6. 2's to wound. Wow. 6 up save. Wait, these are into my Lich Guard, right?
Yeah.
So 4 up invulnerable saves.
Okay.
So it kills 1 Lich Guard. I'll kill you.
And then
how
many picks?
Lots of Rending Claws and picks. We have 5 of them, so it's going to be 10 attacks with claws and 10 attacks with picks. Rending Claws first. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling. 6s are 2 hits. So we have an extra 2 hits. These are strength 5, so I'm T5, forced to wound them. 6s are good.
6.
So
with
the
4
6s, yeah, the 6s are -4, and the other ones are -1, so in the end it puts me to a 4-up save across the board. So I take 2 damage, they're 2 wounds each, so that kills 1 more.
Okay.
Dead. Picks hitting on 2s. We're re-rolling. And you got 2 6s, so that's 2 more automatic hits. That's because of the aberrant nearby, or the abominant. And these are 4s to wound. Jesus, brutal. Oh no, I need that save so bad! So I made 2 of them. So that's gonna be, that's 1, 2, 3 dead no matter what. I think I have to actually blow a lot of my command points to hold here. I need those Lich Guard I don't need them to live, but I would love if they lived. I would love a lot if they lived. So 1 at a time, bear with me here guys. 4 up invuln. 5 up to get it back. Nope, so that's 1 command point wasted and 1 dead guy so far. D3 damage. He's dead. I got 2 guys left. 4 up invuln. Okay, we're good. 5 up, I get it back. So it cost me 2 command points. And so before we proceed, so there's still currently, so I made 2 saves. There's still 5 wounds in the pool. And you did the damage there. I made the save there. I didn't get the command point back. And then for my 2 rerolls, you have to roll dice on 5 ups. You get them. No, nope. So you don't get those back. Okay. So I want my Lich Guard to live. So here's the next one. 4 up invulnerable save. We're good. On a 5 or more, I get it back. I don't. Do you get one? You do. And even though this could kill them all off still, so 4 up invuln. I fail it. 5 up to get it back. So I get mine. So it doesn't cost me anything, but do you get it back? You do. Was that it? Yeah, you do. Okay, so D3 damage to see if you kill my guy. It's only 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna put that wound on that guy there, and this is still potentially enough to kill them all off. So this is awful. I think maybe in future games I'll enforce the command point rule. I have a 4 up invuln. I'm rerolling it. I make it on a 5 or more. I get it back. I don't. You get another command point back for the Nexos. You do. I might as well just say he has unlimited command points and can just save a lot of rolling. He's already back up to 11. And then next one, 4 up invuln. I fail it. Do I get it back? I do. Do you get a command point for the Nexos? You do.
Oh my god.
So we're good there. Would kill him off. There's 2 my Lich Guard left and 2 saves left, so 4 up invuln. On a 5 or more. It costs me a command point. Does it cost you 1? Or no, do you get 1?
No.
Then the last one, what do I got? 3 command points left. I'm not going to re-roll it. I'll keep it as is. And you do D3 damage, which doesn't
1.
kill.
Okay.
It's just a really bad initial saving throw I made there, and it pretty much cost me most of my command points. I don't even know if that was worth it. I hate seeing bad rolls like that. Now the big guy gets to pile in. He's going to go beat up some mortals. This one guy's still within 3 inches. You know what? Actually, it was reckless. I'm going to put the wound over on this guy instead. That makes more sense. 3 attacks on your guy. He doesn't get the +1 to hit, so... But he does have the 6, which gives him an extra hit.
Yeah.
Because you're cult, you can reroll all hit rolls, not just failed. Which gives you another hit. Oh my goodness. Whatever. 2s to wound. Bam! 6 up saves. You kill 2 of them. 2 more. Would you like to consolidate and keep them tied up, I assume?
Yep.
Yeah. So they're going to stay tied up in combat. Ooh. Just one squad of A-bomb or aberrants just tearing me to pieces here. That's pretty much it for combat. I get to fight back. Not going to bother piling in because they both attack and that guy's already within 3. I get 4 attacks against you with my Lich Guard that hit on 3s. 2, 3 hit of them, and I'm strength 6, so 3s to wound. So 2 wounds at -3. They're only 1 damage each though, so on 5 ups you ignore the damage.
Yeah.
They're only 1 damage each. I kill 1.
Uh-huh.
One of them dies.
Big.
And then just gonna pile in with them over here. Boop. Boop, boop. Make sure they're within 3. And then I got 4 attacks back against the character. Hitting him on 3s. And I assume he's T5, so 5s to wound. 1 wounding hit. No AP.
5 up.
I think he's got the same 5 up, 5 up.
Yeah.
Does he take a damage? He does. That puts him down to 5. And then that'll be it for combat, and I owe you more.
He's down to 4.
Oh, he's only got 5?
Yeah, he's only got 5.
Ooh, alright. Low. Not as durable as I thought. That'll bring us to the morale phase. Now my Lich Guard are fine. These guys lost 6, so I'm going to roll them. So on a 5 or more they run. They're good.
And
now they lost 8, and on a 3 or more, they... Yes, on a 3 or more.
you can auto pass.
I could auto pass. Yeah. I am. I'm going to auto pass them. I need them. 2 command points to auto pass. I get it costs me nothing. And do you get 2 more command points? You go, no, none. Well, start of the Necron turn. Apex Predators is the only one that's going to be relevant, but not really, because all of your infantry is within 6 inches of at least another unit, especially those two over there. I was hoping to get one of them, but then I realized, oh wait, they're actually right beside each other. So now I got Necron stuff to do because I don't have any vehicles for the having their movement characteristic one. So a number of things to do with Necrons, reanimation protocols, and my will be done from Nemesor Zahndrekh, which gives +1 to hit. So my will be done is definitely going to go on them over here. That gives them +1 to hit, advance and charge rolls. Not that I'm going to use the other two, but I will definitely be using the +1 to hit. And now I got to roll for reanimation protocols. And what that is, I roll a d6 for every model missing from a unit, and on a 5 or more, they get to join that unit up again, coherent, but more than an inch away from enemies. And if they're near the Cryptek, he augments that, makes it a 4-up. We're gonna start with these guys here. Getting back. Oh, getting 4 back!
Yeah.
That's a 6. Boom, like that. They have to be more than an inch away from enemy units. Now, for those Lich Guard, I'm missing 3 of them. Ooh, 2 of them stand back up. So now maybe spending those command points might have been worth it. So you're gonna pop up there. Now you're gonna pop up there, more than an inch away, and you're just gonna go right there, more than an inch away. And I'm gonna do that thing that never works out. I'm gonna spend 2 command points on enhanced reanimation protocols on them. That means I get to reroll 1s when I try to reanimate them. Now 8 rolls are gonna be made here for them, but I'm really gonna need them to hammer down on. Actually, honestly, probably them over there. Let's see if we get those command points back. I'll roll mine first. Oh no, it cost me 2! You get 1 back. It cost me 2 command points. This better well be damn worth it. Here we go. 8 dice on a 4 or more, they come back up and I get to reroll 1s. I don't see 2s. So we got some of these here and that's stupid.
6.
That is a 6, okay. You know what? 2 command points to maybe get 1 more guy back? Doesn't even freaking work. I hate that strategy so much. I don't know why I even bothered using it. 5 guys come back.
My God.
So my forces stand back up, and they are going to now start the fighting. Though I really want to kill those guys off. I also have to roll for.
What about the shooting phase?
Sorry?
The shooting?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to roll for his transient madness. So this is a rule at the start. Oh, also, what's at the start of your turn? I take off. He's got that aura of 6s to hit or double damage. That'll actually help if he's still alive. So get rid of that nasty aura. Not double damage, but double hits. Transient madness is a D3. I get to roll it first, then pick a unit. Bam. That's 3. I think that's Solar Mills. Solar Mills, charge! If anyone's not familiar, he's pretty much like Don Quixote, and Vargard Oberon is his Sancho Panza. Like he's insane. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of his story and Vargard's are pulled from them, those 2 characters. In fact, the school that Hector went to is named after the author of those stories there. And I actually can't remember the author's name, so Miguel Cervantes? Cervantes, that's such a cool name. Yeah. One of my favorite characters in Soul Calibur. The pirate. What we're going to do here then is we're going to tell Varg that I get to pick an infantry unit within 6 of him now, and they get to reroll charge roll, so it'll be himself. He is going to move to there. And I would love to kill him in close combat. Just kind of beat him up with like various little weak attacks. This guy is going to move to here when it comes to moving. They're also going to charge in. We're going to try and shoot them down and then charge him, and then maybe that can do something for me. I don't know. I still have to survive 1 more turn with these models because my reinforcements don't show up until turn 2. I could bring in my death marks, but we'll see. We shall see. You'll go there. You're going to tuck your butt in there. And you guys are going to have to leave combat. So we're going to fall back. We're going to go over here. They're going to leave there, or they're going to end up there. And then that is it. For movement, I'm not going to bring in my death marks. I'm going to hold off on them. And I'm going to roll for shooting. It's time for some shooting. Now, the only thing that's really going to be shooting is the Cryptek, who is going to fire at those aberrants. Yeah. He's got 3 shots, hitting on 3s. And these are strength 5, so wounding on... Oh, not that. And then we have 7 of the Immortals with their Tesla firing at them over there. That's 14 shots. Now these are going to hit on 2s, and 5s and 6s are 3 hits instead of 1 because of the +1 to hit. So we have a bunch of 5s and 6s here naturally. Whoa. So that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 extra hits. 3s to wound. All 1 damage, just so many 5-up armor saves. Followed by 5s to ignore the damage. Scary! Oh, he made a lot there. I killed 3.5 of them. That's not nearly enough. So I'm gonna put the wound on him, and 3 guys die. So we got pick, and no surprise, pick. Nemesor Zahndrekh's got his staff of light's gonna shoot at them as well. They all hit. 3's to wound. 2 wounds at AP 2. 1 damage though. 2 more 5-ups, which kill off 1 and wound another. So he dies, and that one's gonna go there. Charging! We're gonna start with Nemesor Zahndrekh. He gets to re-roll this. He's gonna take the 9, and with that, he's gonna go bam over here. And then the Immortals are gonna declare. Man, I actually have no idea. Oof. We're gonna charge the Immortals. We're gonna declare both targets as a charge and see what I roll and figure out where I go. 10. That's a really good roll. So they currently get +1 hit, which helps in close combat as well. I'm just debating, is it overkill to go for the... Because I could do a couple more damage to them, but then again, I don't want them getting free attacks against me. So I think with that, they're just gonna... I'm just gonna move this out of the way so it doesn't block. They're gonna commit to this guy here. So he has to land there, and then from there, they have a hard time squeezing in, but they'll squeeze in there. And that's how they'll end up in this hot mess. Now for combat, I'm gonna start with Nemesor Zahndrekh because he charged. 3 attacks with his Staff of Light and melee. They all hit, and you're T5, so forced to wound. Wow, 3 wounding hits. Minus, it goes through your army, just 1 damage each. 3 5-ups. He takes the damage, he's down to 3. Would you like to interrupt?
Let me think.
Interrupt with him before he has the chance to go down, so 2 command points to get him back on a 5. It costs you 2. Who's he attacking? I got Immortals, I got Nemesor Zahndrekh.
Does he has an invul?
He's got a 4-up invul, and then if he dies on a 4 or more, he comes back to life with wounds for a command point. Also, if he takes damage, I can put the damage on them instead, as they're his bodyguard. I'm gonna attack the Immortals that just charged in. He's got 3 attacks hitting on 3s.
Rerolling.
Because he was charged. The 6s kill, man.
Okay.
Oh, it's 6 hits! You know what? Kill him, 2's to wound. And I got 6-up saves. Wow, 5 wounding hits. 666, huh? And that kills off 3 of them. Wow, nuts. Alright, that was a huge interrupt. Oh yeah, I got 4 guys attacking him now that just charged with the Immortals. Alright, here we go. Hitting on 2s because they have My Will Be Done on them. And we wound you on 4s. No, 5s, never mind. I'm not going to kill this guy. We got these guys going next because it's it's actually pretty much it for the fights. You know, pile in. And they're all going to get in range to fight. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, they'll go over this way. 3's to hit. Followed by 5's to wound. I got to do 3 of these and you got to fail all of them. Well, I did 3, but you have to fail 5-up, 5-ups. So the odds are definitely not there. So 2 damage, maybe you take 1. He's got 2 wounds left. And that is it for my turn, and now obviously we're going to spend 2 command points on Insane Bravery on the Aberrants, so they stick around and don't roll morale, and then on 5-ups you get those command points back. Nope. Still at 9 command points though, so we got a big healthy store to pull from. And now we go on to Battle Round 2, where I will be getting reinforcements in if I can survive this hot mess. Alright, Hector, roll up that weather effect. The lower you roll, the worse it is. A 5. Okay. That's not bad. Maybe for me, when my reinforcements show up, it's obscured vision, so the storm lightens up a little bit, and now it's only -1 to hit if you're shooting over 24 inches. None of my units can be picked for Apex Predator either. And then you have to roll. Are you going to move your Leman Russes at all?
No.
Alright, so we don't have to worry about them slow having their movement then. Yes. We're going to move up the Aberrants. They're going to do another fight. We're going to look for another fight. Advancing both characters back here.
So the Clanvas.
5, and then the Primus. 2. Okay. Wait, and I forgot to note, at the start of your turn, he has counter tactics. I choose a character within 12 of him, so before that guy moves, and I turn off all their aura abilities. So he loses his +1 to charge. Wait, is that a warlord trait?
Yeah.
No, so the only aura ability he loses is the 6s cost 2 hits.
Yeah.
For him and the Aberrants over there. Both the characters end there. Guard are moving over 6. Are they going to stay within 6 of other guys? So no Apex Predators can get them? It's going to end there. That guy back there is going to stay within 6 of something. This whole collective of neophytes are going to move forward. And the Megas. And there is their new home. And at the end of the movement phase, we have dictated this is all that's going to come in. We have a Kellermorph, boop, as well as the
second unit
with all the hammers.
Yeah.
And we have the Icon Ward. What does the Icon Ward do?
he basically, the aberrants can reroll ones with in the ignore damage.
Oh, okay. That's
And-
weird and random.
Yeah, and +1 strength.
Okay. Well then. Well, strength 10 right now, so
Yeah.
it would be strength 12. Perfect ambush on them, so we're going to roll 3 dice to see how many command points it actually costs, and it costs 2.
Sure.
And this allows them to move d6 inches.
Reroll.
Rerolling it, this is going to be the new distance. 6! Wow, that's a
And-
3-inch charge.
Do I get it back?
Nope. Put you down to 6 command points remaining with all these nasty, open play and Genestealer Cults terrifying guys. So they're all 3-inch charges now, or they should be 3-inch charges. It's gonna be a 2-inch charge when they get within 6 of that guy. I was gonna perfect ambush the Calormorph for 3 command points. So for every 5 up, you get a command point. Costs you 3, and that puts you down to 3. So he gets to immediately shoot. I assume you're gonna shoot at my character here,
Yep.
because it's. I actually made a mistake by pulling those 2 immortals. They were gonna go right. He can target characters,
Yeah.
right? Oh, so it doesn't really matter. It matters for all the rest of the shooting over there. So he is going to shoot all the pistol shots into my Cryptek. Normally I'd recommend rolling dice 1 at a time with this model, but since it's only 1 target, you might as well roll 6. And then he's got, hits on 2s?
Yep.
So they all hit, and then you automatically roll 6 more shots that hit on 2s. So 1 misses. 4 is to wound. Puts me to my 4 up and vulnerable save because of the lightning field I have. It's 2 damage a shot. I only have 4 wounds. Jeez. I'm so
my god.
Oh, how important is the Cryptek? Well, he's pretty much everything. Not everything, but it really sucks to lose him to that streak. See, I was going to come in with the Hunters from Hyperspace and try and kill a Calormorph, but I forgot you can just open war, cult, perfect ambush again. So he's probably dead. He takes 12 damage. I could look out there to them. For every damage he takes, they could take a damage, so I could reduce it to 9 damage. He has 1 wound left, but he's going to get shot down. He's going to shot down anyways. I have 8 wounds. I have 2, 4, 7 wounds there. So yeah, the Cryptek is going to get shot down. Now I can spend a command point to bring him back to life. I could do Resurrection Protocols, where he stands back up at the end of the phase, which would just be immediately with 1 wound left, and as close to where he was as possible, so he wouldn't move from that position. So he could just get charged and killed again, shot and killed again. But this could also cost me nothing. I could get a command point back on a 5 or more, but I think I need that command point elsewhere. So he's going to die. Oh, if anyone's curious, these guys are immediately set up after their setup, but his stratagem is immediately after their setup, so they both happen at the same time, but the active player decides what order they happen in. So obviously Hector's going to say, well, yeah, I'm going to shoot before you guys set up and shoot me. So no need to worry about that. They're going to set up within 12 of him and more than 9 away from him, so they can wrap it. They have to be within 12 of them. So now they're immediately set up, and they're going to immediately shoot at him with 10 shots. 3s to hit. Not the worst. That's actually average-ish. You T4 or T3 on him?
T3.
He takes 3 mortal wounds and that many saving throws. 4 up saves. He takes.
Is that?
I think he dies exactly.
Yeah. No,
He's only got 4 wounds. Pew. How many points is he though? Like what? 60, 70?
60.
Yeah, he's like a steal. The guy's so ridiculously powerful.
He gives the bonus to these guys because he killed a dude.
That's right. His heroic deeds only works until the end of the phase. Plus he's dead. Might from beyond from the Magus.
Into the aberrants.
I know. What does this go off on?
18 inches, I think it's.
Ooh, 8 to go off, eh? 7 to go off at 18-inch range.
Yeah.
We get it. So what does this do?
Basically, they gain +1 attack, +1 strength.
Okay. So the strengths. Oh, the strengths could be relevant.
Yeah.
That makes them strength 6. Blah. It's pretty much my 4 Lich Guard getting shot by everything.
Wait, there's also.
Oh, I guess
those guys.
they can get shot at now too. They're pretty much T4, 3 up save, 1 wound. Apparently, Clamavith, he's got a 2-part rule. I can't set up units within 12 of him, that's fine. But also, at the start of your shooting phase, all of my units within 6 of him take a mortal wound on a 6, rolling separately for each unit. So why would they even... I don't understand that. Okay, on a 6, they take a mortal wound. No. All right, wow. Great rule of Games Workshop. The mortar squads are just going to fire into my Lich card. We'll go ahead and do them at the same time. So, D6 shots apiece. So 6, 12, 17, 18 shots.
18.
These hit on 5s because of the range. Because I had the slightly lighter blizzard. Sure wish I didn't spend all my command points. I could have had a 3-up invuln on them. Oh well. And 5s to wound as well, so that's 5 wounds. Or 4. 3-up armor. Oh, we take a damage. That is enough to kill that guy off. Both the Leman Russes are going to fire at them as well. We'll do the heavy bolters first on 5s because it's over 24 inches. 3 hits, which is pretty good. And 4s to wound. Got 1, which is going to be a 4-up save. which I make. And then it's going to be 4d6 battle cannon shots. Boom!
Ooh.
10 shots hitting on 5s because of the range. It's really good. That's half the shots. Wounding on the strength 8, so 3's to wound. 1, 2. 3 4-up saves. Failing 2, so that's d3 damage each. So the first one kills the guy, and the second one kills the guy. We go with you and you. This is me getting cleaned up for sure. We're gonna do all these guys firing, 2 mining lasers into the Lich Guard, and then everything else into these death marks. Okay, who we have to also declare who the targets are for? Is it the Magus or the
Jackal?
The Jackal? Is it gonna be them? Is it
Yeah.
reroll hit rolls against them?
Yeah, no, it's +1 to hit.
Ah, okay. And Magus's ability is still targeting these immortals with the Tesla.
First on the Lich Guard.
2 mining lasers on the Lich Guard, both hit. They're within 24 as well, and 3's to wound. 1 wounding hit. I owe you a 4-up invulnerable save, which I pass.
Okay.
But he's probably going to die in close combat. And then all the rest of the shots are within 24 inches, so there's no -1 to hit, and it's +1 to hit in this case because of the Jackal.
Mining lasers.
2 mining lasers.
Oh,
I
never
guess
mind.
they're looking for 3's to hit there. 16 auto guns on 3's because +1 to hit. That was a little below average there. 5's to wound. 2 3-ups. Oh, it kills 1. Kill off you. Jackal's going to shoot the Lich Guard. It's -1 to hit because of the range.
Never mind.
No, never mind then. We got to shoot the Jackal last time, but it's mostly there for the ability of +1 to hit. A pistol into the Lich Guard from the Primus.
No.
Alright, misses.
And the other 2 pistols, just normal.
They're normal
Needle
pistols,
pistols,
yeah. Both hit, and 5's to wound.
Nope.
Oh, wait. Now it's charge time.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no Overwatch, so that's going to declare everything, they're going to declare everything, and they're going to declare everything. Which one do you want to start with first?
Those guys.
Squad of 5?
Yep.
They're going to go, they get +1, so they roll a 9 technically. Actually, +2 because of his Warlord trait, so a total of 10. They're going to end there. And then,
Yep.
do a recharge on the Primus for any of them in, or no?
Yeah.
So the Primus is going to declare a charge. It's a 3. That's definitely a fail. Even with
The
the...
+1?
Oh, maybe you can get it in him.
No.
No, that's
No.
a fail. And now what about... I assume that guy's not meant to be in combat at all.
No, no.
Okay, it's
So
fair.
these guys.
The other aberrants, the squad of 10, they go total of +2, so it's 9. Well, hello. Icon Ward's going to attempt to charge. We got 11! Man! Yeah, jeez. He's going to make it over there, no problem. So the big squad of 10 guys, how do you want to split these attacks up?
Let me think.
Splitting the attacks up, these 2 into the 1 Lich Guard, these 2 attacking the Immortals, these 4 attacking Nemesor Zahndrekh, and then these 2 attacking these Immortals with Gauss Blasters. Now, which one, where are the leaders? Are they Blue Pants guys?
The leader, yeah, this, blue pants, and this.
Alright. So we'll do this guy with his pick into the Lich Guard first, then we'll do the Hypermorph. So the pick first, or the claws first, doesn't really matter. So they get, who gets +1 to hit again? Who does that?
Primus.
Primus,
So,
okay. So +1 to hit, so hitting on 2s, re-rolling, don't need to. The 6s would be extra hits, except I turned off the aura, so that doesn't work there. And these are strength 5.
Oof.
No, double ones. Actually, are they strength 6? No, the other guys are strength 6.
Yeah.
No, they are strength 6 because
Yeah, because of the banner.
of the banner. And then we'll do the pick. Now, the Rending Claws are first, not the pick now.
Okay.
Hitting on 2s, both hits, wounding on, I think, both those.
Yeah.
So I have 4 up invulnerable saves. I may fail 1, so D3 damage.
I think it's 2 damage, but we can check.
It's 2, he's dead there, yeah. Rip. We have these 2 with their big hammers attacking my immortals. That's going to be 4 attacks with them. Hitting on 3s, because +1, -1.
Yeah.
Re-rolling 6s don't give extra attacks. And wounding on 2s. Okay, 2 wounding hits. 6s 2. So 1 guy dies. Which will be you, I suppose. No, I'm going to take you. We got 3 hammers. We're going to do the 3 hammers because 1 guy's got a pick and a Rending Claw. The hammers are probably going to do it to Nemesor. We'll do the 2, 4, 7 attacks with the big hammers because of the Hypermorph. Hitting on 3s because of +1, -1. So we'll reroll the 1 though because they charged. And he's moving on 2s because of strength, like 12.
Yeah.
So these are all 4 up invulnerable saves. Does Destiny... Ooh, wow, he's
Wow.
gonna live. He takes 3 damage. I think it's flat 3 on those ones.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh wow, he's going to live. He's got 3 wounds remaining. Friendly claw attacks, both hit.
Okay.
I stopped a lot of 6s so far. 1 wound, and it's just AP 1, so
Yeah.
I make it, I think.
The
Yeah,
tick.
Zahndrek's got 2 up. The pick. Reroll it. Oh, the 2 does hit, and he's wounding on 3s, I believe. He's strength 6, so 2 wounding hits, and I make both the saves.
Wow.
All right, so he survives the 4 guys attacking him, and then we have these 2 attacking the immortals.
1 pick and 1.
1 hammer, 1 pick, yeah. So we'll do the hammer first, and then we'll do the pick. So 2 attacks from the hammer on 3s, both hit. 2s, and 6s to save. Saves, so 1 guy dies, I'll pull him in a second. And we got 2 attacks with the pick guy, these are the claws
Rending
first.
claws, yeah.
And then 3s to wound. So that's nothing, and then 1 -4, so that kills another guy. And then we have the 2 picks, which both hit, and wound on 3s. And I fail my save, so that kills 3 guys. 3 of these guys just died off, so we'll go 1, 2, 3. No, we're gonna go 3. This squad's gonna go ahead who just charged. We have the improvised weapon. He's not wounded right now, is he?
No, it was another dude.
Yeah. These 2 aberrants attacking the Tesla immortals, and then these 3 aberrants attacking the Gauss immortals. So they have,
All picks.
except for this one guy's hammer.
Yeah.
So we'll do the hammer first, then the 2 picks.
Okay.
Hypermorph with the hammer, 3 attacks. 1 reroll because he charged. No,
Nope.
2 misses. And then these are 2s to wound, strength 12. And 6 to save, saves 1, so 1 guy's dead. And all the claws and everything too. So reroll the 1,
Yep.
and wounding on 3s, because strength 6. 6s are, so that's 1 dead guy, so that's 2 dead guys, and these are at -1. 3 dead guys, and I have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, I got 5 there. And then we have the hammers.
No, the picks.
The picks, yeah. 1 reroll, they all hit, wounding on 3s. And these are all -2, so I have 3 dead guys, 4 dead guys.
Wow.
This is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick an improvised weapon over here. Might as well do the improvised weapon because it's 6 attacks.
Yep.
No, actually, oh wow, they have a bunch of extra attacks. Forgot about. So we have because of the might.
Oh yeah,
So
might
we'll,
from beyond.
So we'll do 1 more hammer attack, and then
Okay.
we'll do the picks and all that. So 1 more hammer attack, reroll. Still
Nope.
misses, and then they get 1 more attack each with their rending claws. So it's 3 more. There should be 3 more rending claw attacks.
3?
Yeah, because you did 3 of them. Actually, no, sorry, it's 2.
Oh, it's 2, it's 2.
That's right, I was counting him. So 2 more attacks, so they both hit. They wound on 3s. And 4 ups. Oh, still alive. We got 2 hammer attacks.
No, 2 picks.
2 picks, yeah.
Yeah,
They both
that's-
hit
yeah.
because of. Yeah, because they're within 9 of the Primus.
Oh my god.
All right, so he does live. All right. So we got 1 pick and 1 improvised weapon. We'll do the improvised weapon, so that's 8 attacks with the improvised weapon because of the psychic power. Hit known 2s. They all hit. 6s won't matter there. And moving on, I believe 3s. Or it's 2, strength times 2, right?
Yeah.
So these are all -2. And they're dead. Improvised weapon just cleaves them down, so these guys are completely gone.
It's AP -1.
I still. So I lose 2 guys? No, I lose 3.
3, okay.
Yeah, they're still dead. So this guy who charged, he can go and try and finish him off if you want.
Yep.
4 attacks with rending claws. Does he hit on 2s? 3s reroll because he charged, because he's from that cult. So 3 hits, wounding on. Well, strength +1, so 2 wounds, and I have 4 up saves. He dies.
Finally.
Killed him off as well. You get your non-charge elect. Can he, who I thought was going to go down, take out Nemesor Zahndrekh? He's got what, 3 attacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 3 attacks, sitting on 3s because of the -1, but +1. Maybe he's too far away. I think they all hit anyways. The 6s don't give extra hits. Wounding on 2s. 2, so 1 at a time. 4. He's dead. Oh, how much do I care about him? So I can either spend a command point on reinforcements automatically showing up, or I could have this guy survive a turn and be kind of a nuisance. You know what? So he's gonna die. On a 4 or more, he comes back to life with resurrection protocols. Is he still alive with 1 wound? Yes! So he comes back to life almost exactly where he is. And then on a 5 or more, it costs me nothing. I'm out of command points. On a 5 or more, you get 1 back. No. He's at 1 wound left.
Then I'll just close in everybody.
Well, so they can only do it after they attack.
They already attacked.
So So yeah, they were supposed to pile in after they attack, but if they did pile in or consolidate after attacking, then I wouldn't spend the command points because he won't be able to break free. Because if there's no point in spending the command points if you can't break free. But Hector's alright just leaving them there, and then he'll come back to everything will stay as it is. That'll be it for the turn. Maybe Mr. Zahndrekh there was a little too impetuous in his plans and thinking that it was okay for him to stand in the middle against Genestealer Cults with all those command points, able to charge him turn 1 and then turn 2. Alright, we're going to go on to turn 2 for the Necrons, and I at least get some reinforcements now. So the start of my turn, I have to do Living Metal, My Will Be Done, Transient Madness, and Reanimation Protocols over here. So Living Metal, he automatically heals a wound, he goes up to 2. Transient Madness, D3. That's the middle one. Chooses himself to quell the rebellion. Makes him BS 1+. So it doesn't really matter. Maybe for a negative to hit. And Reanimation Protocol over here on a 5 or more, they stand back. The guy stands back up. He does not. For Apex Predators, none of your units are more than 6 away, though these ones are, so I'm going to have to try and fix that for when your turn comes up. And that is pretty much it, as I have no vehicles to slow down due to the blizzard going on. Moving up the death marks. And Nemesor Zahndrekh is going to leave combat. The only way he can leave combat is that direction, though, so that's not ideal. Because if I go over here, I land right there, which is going to be within an inch of 2 enemies. So if I go the other way, I land up there, which is more than an inch away. Hello. But I only have 2 wounds on him. Again, this is all part of his master plan. Vargard Oberon's going to show up at some point. Problem is, Vargard Oberon still has to roll to show up, and it's only at the end of my movement phase, and his teleport ability is at the end of my movement phase, so I'll have to wait till turn 3 for all that to work out. Now is reinforcement time. Now all this stuff can show up on a 3 or more. So with the flyer. Yes. Good start. We'll do the Ghost Arc. Yes. Now I gotta look at the rules. I intended for the Ghost Arc to come in with them, so they might have to be separate. I'll roll for them anyways. Okay, so they're gonna show up in the Ghost Arc then. The Destroyers. Okay. That's pretty important. It's mostly Destroyers and these guys here. Triarch Stalker. Yes. I'm using up all my luck. More things to roll. We're gonna do the Lich Guard. Okay, Vargard. Oh, everything shows up. Alright, my entire force shows up in one go. The rest of the Necron forces show up, making a push for the middle. Luckily, they all showed up. You know, maybe they showed up a little late, you know, taking a little bit too much damage, or maybe this was the Nemesor's fault. Maybe he didn't anticipate how much damage or how much ambushing his forces were going to suffer. He only seen just a few things showing up, and maybe he wasn't as smart as he thought. So everything's done moving. Everything here is going to be within 6 inches of Vargard Oberon, which gives them all rerolling 1s to wound. He's a lieutenant for infantry, so not the vehicles, but everything else around him. These guys are infantry. And that's pretty much it. One thing I want to note too is anything that this thing shoots at gives the rest of my army rerolling hit rolls of 1. He does like a targeting relay. So the plan here is he's going to shoot them, and then all of my shooting attacks are going to go into that squad there. And hopefully that's enough to take them out. Though they do get to reroll 1s on their ignore damage ability. Shooting phase, we are going to open up with the Triarch Stalker. He did move, and it is a heavy weapon, so he's only hitting on 4s. But as long as he targets them, he doesn't have to hit them. Everything else gets to reroll hit rolls of 1 against them. 2 big dumb guns. Now we got 1 hit. And, you know what? Just 1 hit roll. Strength, enough to wound on 2s. No save, d6 damage. So it's 4 damage because of your ability. Boop. So you ignore those on 5s, you're rolling 1s. You roll the 1s. Might matter here. 2 5-ups, you can save a guy. Nope. So one of them dies from that shot. Hey, that's the leader guy.
Oh yeah.
Everything's within 24 inches as well, so I don't have to re-roll. I don't have to worry about re-rolling hit rolls of 1 or -1 to hit. I'm going to open up with the Destroyers next because they're the furthest away. So if you do pull models that are closer to them, then I will be at -1 to hit. So that's going to be all 18 shots into the Aberrants. 3s to hit. Rerolling 1s because of their own built-in ability, but there's 0 1s. Actually, nothing but 2s. And these are strength 6, so they wound on 3s, but they're near Vargard Oberon, which makes them reroll 1s, which is just those 2. So it goes right through your armor. These are D3 damage, so reducing all these by 1. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 2. So I'll just Doesn't really matter. Ideally, yeah, I guess you have to do them. We can do all these at one time because there's 1 damage.
Okay.
Boop, boop, boop. So 5 ups, so it kills real ones. Kills off 2 of them, and then this guy is 2, which you have to do, and 1, so it kills 2.5 off. So 2 go down, 1, 2, and then he takes a wound. These 10 Necron warriors are all going to fire into that squad of aberrants as well. They're not rapid firing, so they're hitting on 3s. Reroll 1s for the targeting relay, doesn't help. These wound on 4s, rerolling 1s as well. With an AP of 1, so you have 6 up armor saves, and they're only 1 damage each. 6 up armor, saves none, and a 5 up rerolling 1s. Reroll the 1s. It does, oh wow, nice! So it just kills that one guy and wounds another. Boop, and boop. We're gonna do, oh I'm a fool, I should have done the Ghost Arc first. I'm out of rapid fire range now. Ghost Arc's gonna fire. Ghost Arc's actually still within 12 of that guy there. 3s to hit. Reroll 1s because those guys were targeted. Wounding on 4s. No rerolling here though because it's both a vehicle, not infantry, and too far away. So that many wounds at -1, which isn't a lot at all.
6.
So you make 1 armor save, and these are 5 ups to ignore damage, 1 damage each. It's just 2. 2 damage goes through, so kills 1, wounds another. Boop, boop. Fire the Night Scythe at them now. Boop. This is 8 shots hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, and 6s are 3 hits instead of 1. Nah, it didn't help. Those are those 3 hits. These are strength 7, so 3s to wound, no rerolling, and no AP either. So just 5 up armor, 5 up to ignore damage. Oh, saves 3, and
1 damage?
just 1 damage, yeah. So it kills that one guy off. So I've killed a grand total of 6 of them with shooting. The death marks are going to try and take out the abominant. So I have 1 rapid firing, the other 3 aren't. So 5 shots on 3s. Oh, that's not good. Wounding on 5s, rerolling 1s. Nothing, no damage. How am I shooting? These Lich Guard are going to attempt to charge them. Obviously 9. Nope, fail. No rerolling. And that is pretty much my turn. Because he fell back. And yeah, he can't do anything about that. So, I assume you want to auto pass on them? Or do they get bonuses to leadership?
They could reroll because of him. But
What is their leadership? 7?
Probably.
We're going to use Insane Bravery. So you get those back on a 5 or more.
Nope.
So no, you're down to 1 command point and I got nada. Aberrant's moving up to come challenge. Hello. Boom. Before we do anything else, I'll turn off his aura ability again. And the Abominant heals D3 wounds at the start of your movement phase. 2, he's back up to 4. It's gotta kind of kill him in one go. Also, you have to roll for the state of the blizzard going on right now. So the lower you roll, the worse it is. 2, that's not good for a shooting army. That's now -1 to hit because of low visibility the blizzard's picking up against anything that's more than 12 inches away. None of my infantry that you could choose is more than 6 inches away from something else. This here is not infantry. So the apex predators, you know, they mind their business and they keep rampaging through the city. And we do plan on moving these tanks probably, so on a 4 or more his movement is halved. So he is only 5-inch movement, so if he wants to shoot twice, he has to go less than 2.5. So he'll go, there you go, grinding advance everyone. And then does that tank want to move?
No, I think it's fine.
Alright, then you don't have to roll for him then. Advancing the guardsmen, they go 6 + 2 for 8. Here they come. Now, if they're not within 6 of something, the predators are going to get them. But I don't think you're too worried about the guardsmen.
No.
There they are. I'm just shuffling these guys a little bit, kind of staying behind the cover for the most part. Primus coming up.
And let me think about this guy.
So everything over here has moved. The aberrants have moved forward. The icon moved over here. The Clavicus? Clamavus came up here, pretty much giving his aura +1 to charge. The Abominant over there as well. He's probably going to go duel with Zahndrek and try and take him out. And it's time for... are things coming in from...
Yes.
Nice, Cult Ambush. Patriarch and 1 squad of... Are they hybrids?
Acolyte hybrids, yeah.
Acolyte hybrids showing up over here. The intention of charging the Ghost Arc. Is that it? That you're going to save the 2 other units?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not a whole lot. Mostly because he's there, he's stopping a lot of things showing up right here. Might from Beyond going on this squad of aberrants. I have no way to stop it still. And that is good to go. So they get +1 strength and attack.
Yeah.
1 correction on the Patriarch's relic is he's +1 to his saving throw, and he can't be overwatched, is what it was, instead of whatever we said during the showcase. Mass Hypnosis from the Patriarch into my Lich Guard. That is a... That's a fail?
Yeah.
That's a 7 to go off. 1 Needle Pistol into Nemesor Zahndrekh. Hits on a 2.
Yep.
Wounds on a 2. And I have a 2-up save. We're good. Still from the Clavivus.
Clavivus and Conward.
So he would actually have to shoot there because of the character.
Okay.
So we'll just do the 1 pistol. Hit.
Nope.
Nope, alright.
And the other guy on the...
Onto the death marks. Does he hit on 3s?
Yes.
Yeah, actually Patriarch does hit. So he would have hit 2 then because he's within range of the Primus.
Oh, okay.
So we'll say so they both hit. We'll say he is going to try and wound now. He does. I make the save because I assume it's an auto pistol. And then he gets to wound on, not that. Sniper, the Alpha, is going to nominate the Triarch Stalker as the target to reroll wound rolls against.
And she's gonna shoot the...
Ah, yes. 1 sniper shot at him. So it's going to be -1 to hit because it's over 12. So it hits.
Yes.
And probably wounds on a 4 or 5. I'll roll my save. Ooh, okay, now we have to see what strength it is.
Okay.
I assume if it's strength 4, it doesn't wound. Didn't actually wound, it's only strength 4. Need T5. All the auto guns and the mining lasers are going to go into the Triarch Stalker now. So +1 hit because of the Jackal. So hitting on 4s again because of the range. So 3 hit rolls, so the Jackal helps. Strength, well, 3's to wound in the end. And AP 3?
Yep.
I believe I have 6-up saves. I fail both those anyways. And what's the damage going to be?
D6.
Alright, roll her up. Oh, that's what you want. So I ignore that on a 1.
Oh my god.
And I ignore that on a 2 or 1. So I take 3. 7 wounds left. 16 auto guns on 4s because of range and +1 to hit. And I think this is going to be 6s to wound. Well, there's no 5s anyway, so 2 3-ups. We're good. We're going to do the rapid fire battle, or the battle cannon into, was it the Stalker?
Yeah.
And then we're going to do the heavy bolter into Zahndrek because he is the closest. So we'll do heavy bolter first, hitting on 5s because of range.
Nope.
Alright, even on 4s it wouldn't have mattered. 2 d6 shots into my stuff. 3 shots.
I'll reroll this just...
You have 1 command point, so it's going to actually be
Oh, there
8
we go.
shots.
And do I regain?
Nope. So we're out of command points now. It was very finite the amount of command points there, actually, running out on turn 3. Well, a lot of perfect ambushing. Hitting on 5s. We got 1 hit.
1 hit.
Wounds on a 3. And it goes only 2 through my armor, so 5-up armor save, which I make.
Okay.
Now this Lehman Russ is going to fire everything with the Ghost Deck because of ranges. Are you within 12? It will be -1 to hit.
So 6s in the heavy bolter, because I
Because he
moved a
moved,
little
yeah.
bit.
Oh, the 5
Okay.
misses, yep. And then 2 d6 battle cannon shots because of grinding advance. 11!
Oh.
Interesting. Hitting on 5s because it ignores moving and firing heavy with the top gun. 4 hits, wounding on 3s. 2 wounding hits. I only have a 4-up armor save, so I fail both of those. So 2d3 damage. A 1 and a 2, so I ignore the 2 and a 1. Take 1 damage. 13 wounds left. This mortar team and the other one across the table are going to fire up my Necron warriors. Both in range. It's going to be 66 shots. It's going to be 3, 6, 11, 15, 21. Hey, look at that, it's straight. Which is perfectly average. These hit on 5s because of range. 5s to wound.
Force, right?
4, so you hit my warriors, that's
Yeah.
right. So, 4 wounding hits. I only have a 4-up armor. Kills one of them. Dies. This character here on a 6 gives poor Nemesor Zahndrekh a mortal wound. No, not today. That brings us to charge o'clock, everyone. So where do we start?
Start here against...
Ooh, fair. Well, I can't Overwatch, right? So you need a 9. 9er!
Oh, 8. 'cause of
8,
that.
that's true, because of him. And that, does that help? Does it do it? That's a 5. You have no command points left. He doesn't get to reroll, does he?
No.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and charge the snipers and my Lich Guard. Now my Death Marks get to Overwatch into the Aberrants. Hitting on 6s. Done. Charging +2. Can't fail, but they're going to roll a 7 in the end. And that's where they end up. 6s to hit. The average would be 3. But where's my 3? Double 1, everyone. Being a hidden charge because they're within 6 of that character over there. Whoa.
Nope.
Oh, double 4 will say no. Aberrants there. There's 4 left, charging both the Death Marks and the Lich Guard as well. They get +2 because of the Warlord trait and the character. So, wow, there you go, 11-inch charge. There. Now into Zahndrek. So you can't really fail. I'll do my Overwatch in a second. So yeah, you're in super big time. I need 1 more die. 6s to hit. Nada. Primus will charge as well. You don't have to roll it. He just goes in.
Okay.
Oop, in he goes. Unless you want to go somewhere fancy, but.
No.
Icon Ward's gonna charge into my death marks. No overwatching. He gets. Yeah, he's in. Happy and in combat, just like a Genestealer Cultist wants to be. We're gonna open up this combat phase with this duel over here, where you get to go with your Aberrant, and he gets +1 to hit. 3 attacks, hitting on, I think, 3s, or 2s even. Doesn't matter, they all hit. These wound on 2s. Oh, it's triple wound, here we go. One at a time, Zahndrek. Dead. Alright, well that was lackluster. Womp womp womp. He's already come back. Even if I had command points, I've already used them to come back to life once. I can only do that one time.
Only once.
Now the smart thing to do is the Primus, he piles in still towards the nearest enemy, which is in this direction, and then he consolidates after making his attack. So now he can actually give these guys +1 to hit now. Now he's within 9 of both of those squads as well. And the ward as well. So that means, where do you want to go next? You got all these guys to fight with.
Icon Ward first.
Fair. Rending Claws. Hitting on 2s because of the Primus.
Rerolling because of the quote.
Charging, that's right. And he's wound on, he's strength 3 or 4? He's probably 4.
4.
Forced wound.
And
That's
these are
2 dead. He'll kill him and him.
That wasn't bad.
And then he'll consolidate into consolidate back into combat.
And these guys.
Now these 5 piled in, and they're all able to attack. Oh jeez, they're all able to attack all the Lich Guard here if they want to. Well, they might as well.
Yep.
What do we got? We got pick, hammer. Is that a hammer still?
Yeah, that's the.
Oh, the other
Yeah.
hypermorph.
Yeah.
So we got the improvised weapon and the hammer, and then 3 picks. Improvised weapon first. We got the power off for +1 attack, so he's got 8 attacks. That's only 6. You have to roll 2 more. And these hit on. He's got +1 to hit, so they hit on 2s, I think. And rerolling. They all hit, and they are going to be wounding on 3. Oh, he's strength times 2, so 2s. Only -1 though, so 4 up armor. Only saves 2. That kills 4 of them alone. So that kills 4. Now we have 4 attacks with the hammer on 3s, rerolling. Because the charge, and then wounding on 2s, which will be 6 up save. So we killed 6 out of 10. So there's 4 left.
They only have 1 wound each. Oh, the hammers.
These are hammers, yeah. So 9 rending claws first. They all hit on 2s, rerolling. 3 wound for strength 6. 6s are dead guys. So there's 2 left, and these are at -1. Wait, no, they're not dead. That's 1 damage each, right?
Yeah.
So that kills 1 guy. That means there's 3 left, and these are
-1.
So 1 guy takes a wound.
Okay.
So there's 3.5 left. Sorry, 2.5 left. Now the picks on 2s, rerolling any 1s, and these 1 still misses, and these wound on 2s or 3s. Sorry. -2, 5 ups. So that means that kills the wounded one off. There's 2 left. So D3 damage. So 1 at a time. First one. Oh, next one kills him then. There's 1 Lich Guard left. That Lich Guard's gonna be way over here. Oh, that sucks. That means I don't care if my warriors get tied up. So all you guys are gonna die. Maybe I'll get lucky and roll like a 1 on my 1 or 2 on my morale. No, a 1. I need to literally roll a 1. These guys pile into the warriors and beat them up. But they do not have the extra attacks. But they still do have 2 hypermorphs, is it?
Yep.
Yep. 8 attacks with the hammers, because there's 3 guys with hammers, 2 of them are hypermorphs. So hitting on 4 is because we're outside of the Primus now. Rerolling though. That doesn't really matter. These are 2s to wound, 2s to kill actually. I have no save against this. So that kills off what? 6? No, 3, 6, 7, 8, yeah. 2 warriors left. And so with the Rending Claws, hitting on 3s. Rerollable though, they charge. So 1 hit, wounding on a 3. And that's a 5 up save. So I still have 2 left. And then we have the hammer, or the picks. Both hit, wounding on 3s. And I have 2 6 up saves. I gotta make at least 1 of these. Oh, 1 guy left. So with that 1 guy left, I'm gonna go ahead and say, Gold Skull. He's always the one who's left. Scratch that, killed the whole squad. 1 died from mortar earlier, so he did 9 damage there. And you get to pile in or consolidate if you want to. Now I get to fight back. We'll go with the death marks first. Boop. We'll keep you there. You get to fight from there. Bam! Both hit. Bam! No wounds. Vargard Oberon's gonna go ahead and attack the Aberrants, hitting on 2s. Wow, double 1. Classic. 3s to wound. No armor save. Only 1 damage each though because of their ability. 5 ups to ignore damage. So 1 guy dies because he had a wound. That pick dies. And then the Lich Guard gets to attack on 3s and a 3. So one more save. 5 up. Nope. And the Triarch Stalker gets to attack. He'll attack. Well, these guys are the only ones that can attack. Because I always kind of measure. It's weird to measure on him. He's not actually on a base. So I always just say like his ankle joints are where the 1 inches are. That way I don't cheat. 3 attacks on 3s. Nice. 3 to wound. Nice. -1. So 6 up armor. And D3 damage. It's only 1 still. 5 to ignore. You take a damage.
Okay.
We'll put it on the pick there. And then that should be it for combat. And you don't have to take any morale checks, but I do. And I have to take some pretty serious ones. And that's going to be Lich Guard. I have nowhere to... I'm just looking for a 1. Nope, they're gone. And the warriors are dead. Actually, only owed you 1. Boop. Goodbye, super expensive, useless squad. This is why you never bring war sides, guys. They have no capability of staying. I don't really have a whole lot left, guys. It's pretty grim for the Necrons here. They showed up, didn't really do a lot of damage, and then got annihilated by more of these aberrants. So we're going to see what I can do on this turn, but if I don't do enough damage, I think that's the nail in the coffin for the Necrons here. So we're going to go with... I owe you some reanimation protocols. That's pretty much it, because I have no more will be dones, and I have no more shenanigans like that. 5 ups on the death marks. Not a single one comes back. So I guess movement phase, they're going to leave combat more than 3 away, so we can't heroically intervene, but they're not shooting. Also, I want to note, none of your stuff is outside of 6 inches of something else. They're all kind of within 6 inches of each other, so Apex Predators can't get them. Living Metal, this Ghost Dark heals, and my Triarch Stalker goes up to 8 wounds left. We're going to pivot this guy over there. He's going to fly right there. Try and take out a character or 2. Destroyers are going to... we still have a few turns left, so we're just going to go over in this direction. We're going to stay within 6 of Mr. Vargard there to get the rerolls. Well, you can't really back up because the Stalker's there, and I want the Stalker to stay in... I kind of want the Stalker to stay in combat because he's got quantum shielding against their attacks, and he can maybe do some damage against them. But their attacks are also kill these guys in 1 hit as well, so... Kind of curious if that is a good idea or not. That's probably not a good idea. These guys are walking all over me. Vargard is going to... He's just going to move over there. Still within 6 for rolling 1s. That's it for my movement. I guess I should move the Ghost Dark. Ghost Dark is going to whoosh. Go over this way. And there, stay within 12 of them to rapid fire into them. And then that's all she wrote. Now on to shooting. I'm going to open up with these destroyers. Now they're not within an inch of the ankle joints of the Stalker, so they're gonna shoot at those aberrants there, while these ones are in combat with them still. So I'm going to hopefully maybe charge into them, and with the combats, whittle them down somehow if I get lucky. Maybe. All shots into them. 3s to hit. Rerolling 1s for Hardwired Hatred.
Oh,
Helped once.
pretty good.
And now 3s to wound. Strength 6. Rerolling 1s for being near Vargard Oberon. Little Lord effect. Only got 1 fail.
Wow.
1 fail. Alright, there's no save to that. So these are D3 each. So reducing the 2s to 1s. That many 1 damage, this many 2 damages, so you get to go ahead and... The 1s to make more sense to do first. So 5 ups to ignore.
Rerolling.
Yep, rerolling your 1s. So you make that, you make those. That's...
2 guys. 3 guys
3 dead. There's going to be 1 left. I assume the leader there. Boop, boop, boop. These are 2 damage each, just might as well pick him up and roll him because he's dead there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of that. Alright, so he goes down as well. And then they can't fire because they fell back. He's stuck in combat. This Ghost Dark is going to fire into those hybrids. Hitting on 3s. Okay, that's not a great roll. There's a big cluster of misses right there. 3s to wound. No re-rolling. With an AP of 1. So these are all 6 up saves. I think 1 wound each.
Yeah.
So I killed that many as 7. 7 die. So 2, 3,
4, 5, 6. You said 7?
Yep. 7 go down. And they're not going to take a morale check with the Patriarch nearby. We're going to go ahead and shoot the Night Scythe. Everything into... I could shoot the Patriarch. How many wounds does he have? 6? 6. I'm going to shoot the Primus for now. I actually have no idea what the best character here to kill is. Like, I could try to kill the... You know what? I'll try and kill the Abominant. Because he actually hits like a truck, so maybe I can kill him off. Not with rolling like that. So I hit on 3s. The 6 is 3 hits, so it's 2 more hits. And 3s. Yup! Wow! Alright, 5 up, 5 up.
Is it 1 damage?
Just 1 damage, yep. 0 damage. Nice. That's also, folks, why I never bring night sides. And now, much to my worry here, I'm going to charge these guys in. It's going to be their doom, but I need to try and at least kill 1 or 2 of them off. So we're going to charge in to here. Boop. I'm just going to leave you like this. There we go. And then they get to go first. They have 2 attacks each. 3s to hit. Reroll 1s for hardwired hatred. 2s missed. And then these are 4s to wound, rerolling 1s. No AP though. So that means 5 up, 5 ups. So far failing all of them. The icon ward might be too far away to help them. Oh wow. Icon ward is within 6, so you do get to reroll those 3 1s. So we're still failing 3 of these. That helps 1 of them. So it kills the 1 wounded guy and 2 more.
Yeah, you can just remove
him and then keep
1 of the blue pants.
Now, do you want the blue pants to attack them, or I guess he's or him?
Down.
Them down here?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are gonna stay alive that way. I can't fight you because I didn't charge. So still killing off 3 is a pretty big deal, which was certainly surprising. So he's out of combat. That's pretty much my only fight. So he has to fight me back, and he's got 3 attacks. 4s to hit though. Got 2 hits.
Rerolling because you charged me.
That's true.
Nope.
And these are 2s to wound. 2 wounding hits and 6 up save. Oh, it kills 2 of them off. It's gonna kill off, I guess, you 2. Now it's morale time for that guy. He lost 3 models. Leadership 7. He's good. That is my turn on turn 3. We're moving on to turn 4, one of the last potential turns of the game. What we gotta do is roll for the Blizzard Storm, see how nasty it could be. It's gonna be a 4, which is pretty basic. It calms down a little bit actually. Actually, no, it's the exact same. No, obscured visibility. Never mind. It's now it's -1 to hit over 24 inches as the blizzard calms down, and nothing for apex predators because everything is at least within. All infantry is at least within 6 inches of another piece of infantry, or at least another unit, I should say. So all is well. We're moving up the Genestealer Cultists, all the neophytes. Jackal and Megas are going to move up as well. Stick all in there. If you slow down these tanks on a 4 or more. Yes, yeah. And the other one over there. They're both down to 5-inch movement. Backing up the tank just so I can see my Ghost Arc. Guardsmen advancing. 2! They go 8 again. Primus moves forward, the Abominate advanced. So he
1
can't.
inch.
Yeah, 1 whole inch, so he can't charge. He didn't go too far, but he was pretty far away anyways. Advancing the Patriarch. 1! Huzzah!
9.
There he is there.
Just moving.
Advancing them. Wow, that's 3 1s in a row.
Yeah.
Are we advancing them or just moving them?
Not just moving.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
Then at the end of the movement phase, we have Acolyte Hybrid showing up behind these destroyers. This is like the last saving grace I have. If they go down or something bad happens to them, the Necron forces don't stand a chance. And Nemesor Zahndrekh's plan is all but for naught. These 10 Acolyte Hybrids show up near the Ghost Arc. Forgot to show the Clamavus. Forgot to move him, so he just moves over here, just to support them when they show up. Casting Psychic Stimulus onto Abominate. That was, he knows that power, and what was the other one?
Might from Beyond.
Might from Beyond, that's right. Boop.
Okay.
And then... Oh, that's good enough, so yeah, he can advance the charge then.
And then this guy, I think he's gonna cast Might from Beyond on those guys.
Alright. Because it's open, because it's open, well, it failed. Open War allows you to cast the same power over and over again. Yeah, but it's not the same, never mind. Yeah, never mind. That was not the same power. That fails anyways. And now we go to shooting. We're going to target the Walker with the Jackal, so they all get +1 to hit the Walker, but they're all within 24, so they're not -1 to hit either. We're going to fire... We are firing everything in the Stalker, starting with the mining lasers on 3s, because of +1 to hit, and wounding on 3s. It's -3 or -4?
-3.
It is only -3. I make 1 save, 2d6 damage, 6 and a 1, so I'm taking 1, and I ignore the 6. 16 autocannons. Sorry, 16 auto guns. It's a big difference. They hit on 3s. They wound on 5s. Or 6s even.
6.
Save. Take a damage. The mortars are actually going to shoot at the Stalker because there's no other real good targets because they're in combat. Mortars. Hitting on 5s because of range. 5s to wound. D6. 3 up. I take a damage. Team Russ is going to fire his battle cannon at my Stalker, who's over there, and the heavy bolter at my Ghost Arc.
So
8 shots with the battle cannon, 5s to hit, because of range and the blizzard. We got 2 hits, wounding on 3s. 5 up. 2 D3 damage. Ooh, he could die here, so I ignore that on 1 or 2. I do, and I ignore that on a 1. I take 2 damage. 3 wounds remain. He's pretty hurt. And then this battle cannon lemur rusts everything into the Ghost Arc. So heavy bolter first. Got 2 hits because it moved. It's actually hitting on 6s. No wounds. It's T6. And the battle cannon is going to have 8 shots as well. This is forced to hit. Oh, yeah, forced to hit because he ignores moving, firing heavy the top gun. And 3s to wound. 6 up armor. Makes 2 of them, 2d3 damage. And quantum shielding. I ignore both those on 1s and 2s.
Oh
All right,
my god.
Look at that. No damage. 10 auto pistols into the Ghost Arc from those fine accolades.
Force.
And 5s. Actually, but these... No, it's 6 to wound.
6, so
Yeah.
nothing.
Oh, nothing. There's only 5s,
Yeah.
yeah. That's all she wrote for shooting. Now we have some charging to do. This guy has a 10-inch charge. He's +1, so he's got a 9-inch charge. With his psychic power, he can advance and charge. Yep, he's in. Oh boy.
Hello.
Hello. Well, that's probably the end of them. And they're going to charge in as well. They need a 9. No bonuses.
Nope.
No. Here.
8.
They need an 8 because they got a guy nearby. They fail. I might as well watch. 6. Hey, there's my... Nope, still not 3. 2 wounding hits at -1. Yeah,
6.
2 6-ups. I kill 1. I got 1 of them, folks. Jarek's going to charge as well. No overwatching him. 8? He's in! Damn. Hello, and I can't overwatch him either. I don't know if I said that or not. Dominic goes first. He's +1 to hit because of the Primus. Hitting on 3s. Re-rolling because he charged it. Doesn't need it. And wounding on 2s. Pew! Was that 3 wounds?
Yep.
I think he's -3. Let's roll that. Save none. He kills 3 of them, and then this guy, well...
And
I guess
this one?
I guess he didn't charge, eh? So if I technically do that, then the guy
Yeah.
can't fight. Patriarch gets to go.
6 at
2s to hit. And I think if he does like 6s to wound, it's something.
Yeah, and he can reroll wound.
He rerolls. He rolls.
So, what's the toughness?
6. So
So it's 4, so I can
force
reroll.
rerolling. So we got 3 wounding hits, 1's a 6.
Yep.
This is flat damage 3, and these are D3 damage.
Yeah.
So roll those ones up. So it's gonna be, these ones are worth 3 damage. I ignore neither of them. This one's worth 2. I ignore it on a 1. So that's gonna be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. So I'm down.
No, 8, no.
Yeah, 3, 6,
No,
7, 8.
Each one is free here, right?
Yeah, so that's 6, 7, 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he'll be down to 6. Still kicking, but not looking so good. Well, that's pretty much it. I don't have to do morale here because I only lost 3. Their leadership 10. We'll go into my turn 4. But I don't have enough models to win the objective, and I don't have enough models to kill you. I'm just kind of curious to see how many reanimate. So both my vehicles heal. These are the destroyers that come back. 1, and I'm missing... I get 2 death marks back. No, there's not enough I can do with that, folks. I think that's a Necron loss. I don't have enough firepower left to go. I couldn't get through the Abominants. Those things... Usually, you know what? Honestly, I usually have no trouble with them. So I wasn't actually worried. I showed up, I'm like, whatever, I'll shoot them down. And then I only killed 5 with all my firepower. And I'm like, wait a second. That's not right. And then they all made their charges, and then they pretty much like all hit, all wound, killed all the Lich Guard, and then they...
And all the
And then they killed all the warriors too. And then I'm like, well, shucks, that's not great. That's not ideal. And it looks like the Genestealer Cult take the day. So Nemesor's plan, or the Nemesor's plan, Nemesor Zahndrekh's plan, either didn't work for 2 reasons, or maybe 3 reasons. The first reason being that maybe he was a little too arrogant and didn't time things out properly, or maybe it was the fact that Vargard Oberon was maybe too slow to arrive, which was maybe the or simply he wasn't didn't anticipate how fast the Genestealer Cult retribution would have been, which was incredibly fast. Which brings me to maybe the 4th point why I lost. I don't think I should play Genestealer Cults in open war anymore because they're friggin' nuts, guys. That was crazy. Okay, let's talk about some of the things that the Genestealer Cults can do in open war. You've seen them in this game. They can
deep strike turn 1, but I did only with 1 unit, even.
But hypothetically speaking,
Yeah.
you could have deep struck with everything turn 1, used all of your command points on things like
Perfect ambush.
Perfect ambush. So perfect ambush both the aberrants, perfect ambush the Kellamorph, perfect
That's
ambush
it.
the abomination.
No,
No?
no.
Oh, is that too much?
No, I don't think I did that.
No, but you
But
could
you
have. No, I'm saying
yeah,
you could.
yeah.
This is hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Like you all show up, and then once you have that guy,
Yeah.
the Nexos, You are going to be getting. I want to imagine you probably got 10 to 15. No,
I think 10. Yeah.
About 10 command points for free.
Because in the end, I didn't get that many.
No, in the end, it kind of petered out. That's true. So he stopped getting them a little bit there. But his ability is nuts in open war. Or, yeah, the narrative play, like without the match play rules. And anyway, that's fine. Like, it makes it like he's literally sitting there analyzing the entire battlefield and giving everyone up-to-date strategical information, right? Like, oh, don't go over there, go over here, go over there, go over there, go over here. Oh, stop going over there. These guys are coming up this way. That's cool. It works, right? They obviously made him with the intent of being very good in open play because his rules were written after the tactical restraint match play rule was written. Or you can still bring him in match play, and I think that guy would probably guarantee get you at least one a turn.
Yeah.
So you bring him to get 5 command points, I'd say.
Yeah, last game I think I played against Steve and it was match play. I think I got only 3 or 2 command points. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I assume you're usually going to bring the Primus.
Yeah.
But I don't know, how often?
Yes, always.
And you bring the other guy, like this guy every time too?
Because +1 to charge.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. And then keep him safe, don't get him in combat and stuff like that. So pretty much, how many points is that guy over there?
50.
Next to us? 50?
Yeah.
50 points for getting like probably up to 5 command points a game? Maybe worth it. Now I know there's a lot of Genestealer Cult lists out there that are like, they play in one of 2 ways. And they're pretty hard pressed in like the amount of points they can allocate into certain things. So I don't think they use him, or maybe I'm wrong, they do. But I could see him being very good in just your random pickup games, getting those extra 5 command points for like one more perfect ambush, or something along those lines. Like perfect ambushing a Kellermore for obviously perfect ambushing these guys with hand flamers.
Yeah,
is really good.
With lying weight, which you can come 3 inches away.
3 inches away, yeah.
And that's 2 command points.
Whew. Whew. All right. Yeah, because if you lie in wait, can you not charge after lying in wait?
No, but you can shoot.
But you can still shoot.
So
yeah.
some people do lying in wait, then
perfect ambush for 5 CP,
and then you
shoot again.
You shoot again.
Yeah. Well, it's meant to clear screens.
Yeah.
Right. You show up with these guys. They show up. Boop, and then those guys show up. Shoot like 10 to 20 hand flamers. Clear the screens for these guys to make their like 3-inch charge because they probably perfectly ambushed as well. It's just a bunch of command points burnt right away. And I'm pretty sure Genestealer Cults can stop a stratagem as well? Or is that only a certain brood?
It's only one cult, the Four-Armed Emperor.
Ah, okay. I assume people don't bring them all that much. Actually, I have no idea.
No, they do.
Is all the time?
Yeah, because they gain also +1 to charge.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, for everyone. I just didn't bring them because
it's too much.
I was trying to keep like Vigilus vibes. And so I brought the one that's in Vigilus.
Okay.
And the one that like helped them.
That's fair.
Bladed Cog.
All right, folks, that is it for this narrative game. That's pretty much it for this narrative game. Give me some insight down below. I don't do them a lot unless a guest requests it. Now, there are a lot of good scenarios in the core rulebook for narrative gameplay in the Vigilus Blaze and Vigilus Defiant. I haven't looked at Vigilus Blaze, so I'm sure there's a couple good ones in there too. You don't have to play Vigilus stuff. You can just use them to reference like any random battle you want to do, something like this. I think this worked out very well. It's just the Genestealer Cults were real scary and retaliated very well against my my overall plan, I'd say. The Necrons kind of floundered, acted a little too slow, and because of that, they bit the bullet. And if anyone makes a comment down below that this game wasn't balanced at all, well, it's narrative play. Narrative play is not meant to be balanced. It is narrative. So how else can I explain it other than that? It's one person has to deploy their entire army. Like I had to deploy 2/3 of my army in reserve, and you get to go first as Genestealer Cults. There's nothing we could do about that. We figured out who the attacker was, who the defender was beforehand, and we knew the scenario. It just that's what we decided to do, and that's just narrative play. I liked the whole build-up we had for it, and I would do it again. Definitely. Would I change much? I don't know. I thought that the Blizzard one was good. It doesn't do a lot of damage. The Apex Predator one's pretty good too, but we were good at avoiding it, or we didn't have the certain units to really really worry about it all that much. Yeah. I liked it. I'd do it again. I would do that exact same one again. And like you can mix the scenarios and the, what are they called? The battle zone elements as well. The battle zone elements are amazing at adding a twist to any of your narrative games, and I'd highly, highly recommend them. Anyways, that is the end of the battle report, guys. I'll leave you to get back to your game, and as always, I'll leave you to get back to your game. And as always, guys, happy wargaming. Here I am in my second game. I have it set up. We're doing contact loss with modern General's Handbook rules implemented, such as acceptable casualties and refined strategy. Contact loss is the Maelstrom mission where you get cards equal to the amount of objectives you have. And I am playing the Iron Drakes, which is a successor chapter of the Iron Hands in this game, against a very fast Tau list played by none other than JC, who has returned.
Alright.
If you're not a Vault member and want to check this game out, click on that link down below. Check out some more Iron Hand action and their overwhelming power in the shooting phase. As always, guys, we'll see you next time, and happy wargaming.